What about marriage? Does that get easier?
That's hard. We used to have a lot of fun. Lydia would come with me when I made the movies, and we would laugh about it all. Now she doesn't want to leave the kids, and she doesn't need me to be there. The kids miss me, but they're fine. It gets a whole lot more complicated when you have kids.
Yeah, it's scary.
It's the most terrifying day of your life, the day the first one is born.
Yeah. Nobody ever tells you that.
Your life, as you know it, is gone. Never to return. But they learn how to walk, and they learn how to talk, and you want to be with them. And they turn out to be the most delightful people you will ever meet in your life.
This is Chris. Welcome to the world's first GYATT Fortnite podcast, where we will forever question that the OG Riot skin is just another Jonesy, but as punk rock. We'll get to the bottom of this. Technically, someone else might already have a Fortnite podcast, but in the spirit of Fortnite, I'm third-partying their format, looting their audience mid-rotation, and claiming high ground with a chicken slipper loadout and one final circle monologue they could never write. Father's Day came and went, and we never got the big piece of chicken we deserved. But let's see if Bob's Burger can hit me with the McPickle Pounder, because Fortnite just delivered something different. You know what? That didn't sound right. This is the part of the season where everything's fresh, nothing's balanced, and I'm bass boosting and in slow motion with dual gold revolvers and no regrets. I'm off reload, cold turkey. I tried to go back, but the moment I heard a reboot timer, my soul said, no thanks. Reload's on life support till Squid Games arrives, and I'm the one pulling the plug with a mythic AR and a victory dance. This podcast episode is moving faster than my gold count drops after 3 trips to the reboot van. Let's ride out. So, let's talk before the storm closes and I get eliminated for being dramatic in the open again. And if you're ready, let's dive in. If you guys liked this podcast, leave a like. If you guys are new, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the bell icon that only takes you a few seconds. It's free, and that's all you really need to do, really, if you want to support us in any other way. There's a few links down there. You can also subscribe on YouTube. Anything you choose to do is always appreciated. So thank you. Welcome to the GYATT Fortnite podcast, where I'm somewhere between a meditative state and rage quitting over someone stealing my banana. Not the fruit, the divine relic, the banana of the gods. You ever hit such a hard sprint in Blitz Mode that your soul disconnects before your ping does? Yeah, I've been there. And I liked it. I love Blitz. You know, and they changed the way the hammer AR sounds. I wonder why. This isn't just an update. It's a transformation. Fortnite didn't just update the map. They updated my identity. I'm a different person now. The snow is melting, and with it, the hesitation. The map feels like it took a shower, got a haircut, and walked back into your life talking about, I've changed. And I believe it. Fortnite is running hot again. Fast movement, real chaos, real lore. The kind of gameplay that doesn't ask for your permission. It just picks you up mid-sprint and throws you into a third-party ambush while whispering, figure it out. Reload? Nah. Zero build? Maybe. But Blitz is the middle child of Fortnite that showed up to family dinner with a flame bow and a plan. Blitz mode? Oh yeah, it's here. And Blitz is what happens when Zero Build hits a midlife crisis and says, I want to feel alive again. This mode isn't asking you to be good. It's asking you to be ready. It has this energy that reminds me why I started playing Fortnite in the first place. Chaotic speed and absolutely no time to think. This mode is not here to hold your hand. It's here to slap your loadout out of your inventory and say, run. It's fast. It's mean. It's got no chill, no breaks, no sympathy. And yes, it's what we need. Let it be permanent. It's the Red Bull of Fortnite modes. Short, chaotic, and kind of dangerous if you do too many back-to-back. Fortnite said, we heard you like chaos, and handed us Blitz mode like it was a love letter written in lightning. This isn't just a playlist. It's a lifestyle. And the sweats are so much in there right now. I played a match yesterday, and the lobby felt like there was more real players now than bots. It's crazy. You know, and it's what happens when Zero Build drinks 3 energy drinks. It ghosts its therapist and cues in anyway. You don't blink in Blitz. If you do, you're gone. By the way, that victory Blitz umbrella is something else. Great job, Epic. Meanwhile, I'm out here. I think I'm about level 150 right now, like it's nothing. Crown count? Don't even ask. I've started wearing them in real life like a problem. I'm telling you, if Blitz sticks around, the Battle Pass won't know what hit it. Supernova Academy has the sickest launch rail into brutal boxcars. You should definitely try it. You ever catch air so recklessly that even your loadout questions your intentions? Yeah, I'm there now. Third-partying whoever was fighting and taking down that overload spire. And what's this? Coming soon is a fall medallion that lets me nosedive off the highest tower with no damage? Fortnite finally gave us the gift of failure without punishment. A metaphor for life, if you really think about it. Which I do. Too much. Item shops cooking too. Bruno Mars came back and saved festival mode like a smooth, glitter-drenched prophet until Post Malone shows up and makes his entrance and throws beer bottles at the stage. Bruno's holding the crown. Hands down. Respectfully, Bruno's the icon we need. Leave the door open? Nah. We left the vault wide open. He moonwalked right in. All I'm saying is, when Post Malone drops, it's over for me emotionally. Oh, and mark your calendar. Squid Game is arriving to Reload on June 27th. That gives us about 2 weeks to emotionally prepare for trauma in high definition. Y'all aren't ready. The storm isn't even the scariest thing anymore. It's the red light, green light loading screen. And no, if you ever screamed, "Don't touch my pom-poms," and "Don't even look at my banana of the gods unless you earned the right," all while holding mythic loot, if you know, you know. And you already understand. So let's talk about it. Introducing Pom Pom Storm Beast Edition. The only item in Fortnite that doesn't just boost your style, it unleashes the primal storm god within. Equipped with lightning-infused cheers, mythic level intimidation, a 10% chance to become semi-possessed by the actual storm. That's right, these pom-poms don't clap, they summon. Say, "Those are my pom-poms" 3 times, and you get full storm immunity and unresolved power issues. Whether you're dancing in the storm, emoting mid-reboot, or screaming at your team from the afterlife, these pom-poms turn you into something darker, something faster. Side effects may include glowing eyes, uncontrollable sprinting, betrayal flashbacks, and a sudden need to dominate lobbies. Pom-poms, Storm Beast Edition, available nowhere. You earned them by surviving the storm inside. Before moving on, I just want to let our listeners know that we're currently trying to build our following on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. Small independent podcasts like this one need all the support we can get to survive. Sharing, liking, commenting on socials, and reposting on TikTok and X, and following on social media is greatly appreciated and helps keep this afloat during turbulent times. Thank you. Welcome to the GYATT Fortnite podcast, where some episodes are a riot, others a revelation, and today we're somewhere in between. This is episode 35. We're calling it what it is. Intermission. Not the end. Not the beginning. That space in the middle. Right after, the lights dim, but before the curtain rises again. The part nobody claps for. But maybe they should. Because in Fortnite and in life, it's the in-between that changes us. There are moments in Fortnite where the noise drops out, not because the game froze, not because someone rage quit, but because something inside you, it paused. Maybe you just finished a brutal match. 5th place again, nothing in the tank, your fingers still twitching from the last 0 bill fight. You return to the lobby, no music plays. You're not ready to queue up again, you're just there, staring at your locker, flipping aimlessly through raps, and for some reason, it hits you. What am I even doing? Not in a sad way, not in a rage way, but in that soft, quiet realization that you've just been going nonstop. And now, you're not. You're floating, hovering in some digital limbo, neither pushing forward nor going back. A loading screen with no tip at the bottom. That is the intermission. And this episode, we're going to sit with it, not rush it, not panic in it, not skip it. We're just going to honor it because I think Fortnite is teaching us something here that may be the most meaningful parts of the game are the ones we don't screenshot. So let me tell you, something strange happened last night. I dropped in with randoms, okay, on Blitz. I wasn't mic'd. They weren't talking, total silence. One of them landed solo north of Pleasant, got knocked right away. Another rage pushed the nearest fight in the soccer field, wiped the duo, then got third partied and left the match. So now it's just me and this one teammate left. No comms, no pings, no expectations. And we didn't push. We looted, for sure. We walked together, waited. We hid behind a tree for a solid minute, watching another fight break out across the hill. And during that time, nobody moved. We just watched. We were actually in the storm. Listened to the shots. Watched one player box into a little hut and heal. Another zip away. Nothing was said. And when it was over, we walked the opposite direction, still silent, like we were letting the storm carry away the ghosts. That game didn't end in a victory royale. We placed sixth, and there was a takeaway from that I'll never forget. Because something about that match wasn't about winning. It was about witnessing. I think we forget sometimes that Fortnite isn't just a game. It's a stage. And we're not just playing, we're performing. Our skins are our costumes. Our emotes are our lines. Our builds are our choreography. But sometimes between acts, there's a blackout, a fade to quiet, a loading screen. And that's where the real processing happens. The match is over. The next one hasn't started. You're not grinding. You're not chasing. You feel kind of suspended. And we don't like that. We call it boredom. We scroll past it. We rush to fill it. But in that suspended space, between storm circles, between chapters, between kill streaks and reboot cards, there's a sacred stillness. And if you really listen to it, you might hear your own pulse for the first time in days. Fortnite is in an intermission right now. Chapter 6, Season 3, Super, brought massive changes, new powers, new energy. The game is faster, brighter, more aggressive, but also stranger, more dreamlike, more uncertain. People keep asking, is this season good? Is it fun? Are you having fun with the new season? I heard about the update. Is this the future of Fortnite? Or is this just a glitch in the Matrix? But those aren't really the right questions, because what we're in right now isn't a peak or a downfall. It's the interval. The part between acts, where the devs try something new, where the players feel unfamiliar in their own muscle memory, where you, the listener, can't quite tell if you love it or if you hate it. And that's okay, because transformation doesn't happen in the climax. It happens in the pause. Think back to chapter 2. You remember that black hole? The nothingness? How the game literally went offline and showed us a swirling void for hours. People lost their minds. Memes flew. Kids cried. Streamers paced. But do you remember what it felt like? That weird cosmic hush? That was Fortnite's intermission. And it was one of the most profound moments the game has ever given us. Literally, because in the absence of control, we were left with feeling, just feeling like, what's happening now? What are we going to do? What am I going to do? I don't have Fortnite right now. What am I going to do? You know, and sometimes that's more honest than any kill cam. Let's talk personal for a moment. I've been in an intermission myself lately. I actually just had neck surgery last week. It's pretty life changing. So I'm not having a breakdown, not a burnout. I'm I'm just in a space between the version of me that built this podcast and the version of me that doesn't know what comes next. Some days I feel inspired. Other days I'm just watching the item shop rotate. And I seriously hate it when it's the same item shop every night. I really do. I really do. And then they give us like a 800 V-Buck skin that I don't really like. Sometimes I like the wraps, sometimes I like the back bling, but it's like what's happening tonight? 8 o'clock hits my time, and it's like, what is this? And I'm wondering who I'm supposed to be excited for anymore. It's hard to admit when your own momentum stalls. It's even harder to resist the urge to just queue up and ignore it. But in Fortnite, in all its glitchy, chaotic brilliance, it keeps teaching me stillness isn't failure. Silence isn't death. The lobby is not the grave. Sometimes the intermission is when the next act starts writing itself. So if you're listening to this right now, and maybe you're in a weird place, maybe you haven't played in a week, maybe the game feels off, maybe you feel off, maybe you're stuck between skins, your regular skin that you like and another one that you also like, between modes maybe. I'm actually stuck between two creative maps right now. Maybe even between friend groups, right? Because you could only seriously just play squads, with one group of 3 people and another group of 3 people, Maybe you're spectating life more than living it right now. That's okay. I'm here to tell you that. This episode is your permission to pause, not quit, not sprint, just breathe. Because the truth is, every game has a rhythm: push, pull, drop, and rise. But if you don't have to be in a final circle every second, you do not. It's impossible sometimes. Some days you just land at booming base and reload. You walk past the loot, you sit on the dock, and you let the water reflect whatever it wants. I know it sounds crazy, but, I think about NPCs a lot, not just in lore, but in the way they just stay on the island. Bunker Jonesy, Evie, I got a thing for you, Evie. Peely, Fish Stick, they don't rotate. They don't chase loadouts. They just exist. For us. And maybe there's a strange wisdom in that. Maybe we're all so busy chasing loadouts and dubs and cosmetics that we forget sometimes the most evolved state is simply being unchanged, unbothered, unloading. Maybe the NPCs are in the final stage of the game, the one we haven't reached yet, the stage where you don't need to prove anything anymore. You're just showing up. You ever hear the music in Fortnite when you're not paying attention? The quiet lobby songs. I got mine's on random right now, so I'm running through every single song since season 1. The ambient sounds at night, that eerie wind blowing across the remains of an old POI. That's the game whispering. It doesn't always shout. It doesn't always tell you what's next. Sometimes it just waits with you through the intermission. And in that waiting, you grow. If you're someone who's been grinding ranked and losing your mind in the new movement meta, I hear you. If you're someone who plays creative maps alone at 1 a.m. in the morning, just to feel something. I hear you. If you're someone who loaded into a match, dropped all the way down, only to log off 5 minutes later because something fell off, I hear you. And more than that, Fortnite hears you because this game isn't just code, it's a container. Fortnite is a mirror, it's a waiting room, a slow dance between versions of ourselves we haven't met yet. And in every intermission, somewhere deep in the server, your next self is booting up. You know what's wild? There's a loading screen I got once. Nothing flashy, but it's, you just see a lone player just sitting on a bench near a lazy lake. No gun, no back bling, just sitting. And I stared at it for a long time. I didn't even realize the match had loaded in because I was still there in that frame, wondering if that bench was part of some quest line or if it was a resting place for people like me, the ones who needed a second. This episode isn't about tips or leaks disguised as tips. It's not a theory or a takedown. Is my take on everything. It's not even a story. It's a space, a breathing room, an unspoken agreement between you and me that we don't have to be spectacular right now. We just have to be. So if you want, stay in the lobby a little longer tonight. Let the battle bus fly without you. Mute the party invites, not out of spite, but out of respect for yourself. Because you are not a content machine. You are not your KD ratio. You are not the bundle you bought or the wins you clipped. You are a player in an intermission between acts that no one else can perform but you. And when you're ready, when the time is right, the lights will dim again. The curtain will rise. The bus will honk and you'll jump. Not because you were forced to, but because you remembered who you were becoming, a better person. And that right there is what the intermission was for. This has been episode 35 of the GYATT Fortnite podcast, where sometimes we dance, sometimes we cry. But today, we're waiting. We sit in the theater, holding our popcorn, watching the static, trusting that the show will go on. And when it does, we're gonna be ready. Until then, this is your intermission. Don't skip it. Let it hold you. And we'll see you on the other side. This is Chris. Thanks for tuning in to the world's first GYATT Fortnite podcast. Until next time, keep your shields up, your emotes ready, and remember, it's all about how you see the game. Epic, I want to tell you, I absolutely love what you guys did. Seems like you guys were working months, if not even a year, on this update. You guys did an awesome job of delivering something right after the Star Wars season. So a huge round of applause for you guys. Hope you guys have a wonderful summer break. Enjoy your time with your families, your kids or your loved ones, your pets. I'm really excited about what the rest of the season is going to bring. I just played the new update today, which is the Avatar update. I'll give you my my opinion on that on the next podcast, of course. And if you'd like to follow and support the GYATT Fortnite podcast, you can on social media at GYATT Fortnite podcast on TikTok and GYATT Fortcast on X. And if you'd like to buy me a coffee, maybe something to drink, you can at Cash App at $Chris Freshier. All the information is in the bottom of the show notes. And I just want to say again, man, it's not even 2 weeks and I'm level 150. It's such a delight to be able to tune in and to play something that I really enjoy. And I hope you, my invisible friend, are having an amazing time. And I'll see everybody soon.